Welcome back to Aquarium for iOS. In this episode, we're going to dive into tank 5-5, the final tank in the aquarium here. We'll be taking Angie the angelfish, the pet we unlocked in the last episode. We'll take Stinky the snail, as always. Or maybe I should reconsider. For the final level, maybe I'll reconsider what pets I take in. So we'll take Angie, just because I've been demoing each pet as we go through the tanks to display what they do. Angie is definitely in. Who else should we take? I'm thinking maybe Amp. Amp can really boost our economy in some tight spaces, some tight places. Amp can really boost our economy. And I'm considering Gash, maybe the final 3 in our lineup, just to help with aliens early on. With this setup, I don't have any pets to protect my fish from the aliens without Gumbo and without Wadsworth. But I think I'm going to go with this lineup here. The last 3 pets may be the most powerful pets. Let's dive in with them. And there's Angie, just floating around the tank, and when a fish dies, maybe due to starvation, Angie will resurrect them. Maybe I should let my fish right here starve. I shouldn't do that. If I do that, I'll lose the level immediately. But once I have a guppy, maybe I'll let it starve, and then Angie will actually revive that guppy. And I believe Angie does revive the guppies that Amp kills when he goes off and produces all those diamonds for us. I believe Angie can actually resurrect those guppies. We'll see here. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works, but they do go to that white dead state, and that's when Angie can revive them. Hopefully Gash won't eat this guppy, but I have a feeling that he will eat the guppy. It's super sensitive early on that Gash is not eating our guppies, but helping with getting aliens out of the tank as fast as possible is a huge advantage. I'm probably actually going to wait a while and not let any fish die here. And there's 2 aliens going at our fish. And there's Angie actually going through reviving our fish right there. If you saw that, our fish got hit by that enemy attack there, and Angie revived them for us. That was super useful. An example of Angie's ability there. And you'll probably see it again throughout this episode, throughout this level. And yeah, I've just her going through the tank and reviving our fish for us. And this breeder is going to die if it doesn't get enough food. But then Angie, I guess, could revive it for us. Alright, so Amp is ready to go off here. I'm going to let him wait a little bit, just because I'd rather have more guppies in the tank, and Gash eats one of them as I say that. Not super useful. Let me invest in another breeder here. Eventually Amp will turn orange and then red and then just go off automatically. But I don't have any need for money at the moment. I just want to have as many guppies as I can. So cashing in on these guppies is not a huge priority. I do have to collect coins manually. That's something I have to consider. But trying to get our economy to a point of mostly ultravores means that that's fine to have to collect the coins. It's just a little more manual work on my part here. Let me cash in before and there's Angie. Oh, there's Angie actually saving our fish. There's Angie going through saving our fish there again. Once they got hit with these alien attacks here, Angie actually saved them. Angie is super useful. I want one of these fish to grow up so I can access some more expensive items, some more food upgrades. Let's see here, yeah, so having a bunch of breeders in the tank can make food upgrades super tight, or food distribution super tight, just because the food feeds them for the least amount of time, it's the least effective food, and you can only have one in the tank at a time. There we go. Let's get some upgrades here. Feed our population a little bit better and invest in a few more breeders, now that we can feed our population better. There we go. collecting coins manually, something I'll have to consider now. I think I've taken Stinky the Snail throughout most of the levels in this series, so having to collect these coins entirely manually is something that's somewhat new to my reflexes in these tanks. I'm used to having Stinky just go along the bottom and take care of that for me. Alright, another alien coming into the tank. Let's see if Angie can help us out with that. Awesome. With these two in the tank, our fish can die, and watch, Angie's just going to go get them. That's super useful. Just go bring them back to life. And like 4 fish died there, but Angie was able to revive them right here. She'll probably get these 2 breeders back to life. Super useful. Alright, let's invest in a carnivore. Get our tank going. Man, yeah, Angie is super useful. With those aliens specifically, the fish aren't being eaten. With the octopus and the other ones, you can see there's like a red blood type mark when they eat a fish, but with these other ones, the rocket shooting alien and the, I guess, I'm not sure what to call it, like the mud type alien or whatever that is, they really do, they kill the fish in a different way where they turn white. They have them die how the fish typically die due to starvation or whatnot. And I actually forgot about that. I thought, they might just die, but they actually do go to a state where Angie can revive them. Alright, so maybe now I'll cash in on these guppies. And Amp is just very useful. And then I don't even have to cash in on all of them because Angie's going around reviving them. Let's invest in a couple carnivores along with a few of these breeders. Invest in a few food upgrades to make sure these breeders survive. We have enemies approaching. Hopefully it's the same 2 enemies, and it's just the feeder guy. Not too big of a problem. Alright. Let's work our way up to being able to afford another carnivore. And go ahead and work our way up to another carnivore again. There we go. Invest in a food upgrade. Probably going to invest in another food upgrade. I'm not going to go to the full food at the moment, the full white and red pill at the moment, just because I don't exactly need to, and the carnivores have a better chance of being able to eat the younger guppies if I don't upgrade them to medium size immediately, as we've discussed kind of in previous episodes here. Alright, let's grab a couple more carnivores here. Some upgrades to food output. Max that out. And we have an alien approaching again. Let's see who it is. It's the feeder again. It's pretty simple to take out. And you can see the eggshell price on this level is 99,999. So 100,000 per upgrade. Pretty similar to the 75,000. Once our tank has ultravores in it, and we're operating at that caliber where we can make that amount of money, it's pretty simple to complete the level. Pretty similar to the last level. But this time we're working with Angie the Angelfish, who can... an Amp. Angie and Amp are a great combination. I hadn't fully considered that going into the episode, but into the level, but they are a great combination to work with, getting us up to being able to afford an Ultravore in what seems like record time. It feels like record time to me, at least. Alright, just like last level, working our way up to being able to afford another Ultravore and get our economy entirely dependent on these Ultravores. Purchase another one of them. Now we should be able to do it in half the time. Enemy approaching. Maybe I'll upgrade my weapon. Yeah, definitely upgrade the weapon to go. Get that octopus out of there. We don't want the octopus eating our Ultravores. Yeah, right here. Oh, God, these Ultravores go dangerously close to that octopus. Get out of here. Alright, there we go. Gash in the tank, helping us get the Ultravores there out of the tank, or getting the enemies out of the tank. I'm getting all my terms mixed up now. Getting the enemies out of the tank as fast as possible. It's helping out a lot. I'm also going to upgrade my food now that I'm not reliant on the carnivores for my in-tank economy. And that will keep the guppies satisfied for longer and off my back. That way Angie may be able to focus on an Ultravore dying or something like that, rather than focusing on guppies that are dying as well. And we're in a pretty similar place here. Hopefully we're going to be set for the rest of the episode, or for the rest of the level. And just purchasing Ultravores from here, and feeding them, and maxing out our weapons should be all we need to do. Alright, let's get Amp cashed in here. Amp's ready to blow, and let us cash in on our investment in guppies. Enemy approaching. Let me try and upgrade my weapon. And there's Angie saving one of our Ultravores from dying to that alien. Very awesome fish. Just want to note that again. Or awesome pet, rather. Awesome fish and awesome pet. An awesome pet reviving an awesome fish. Let's invest a little more here in feeding the Ultravores. They're getting a little bit hungry. Now we are at a point where we can earn money pretty quickly, and I could just sit here as I am and just earn my way up to 100,000, but I'm going to invest in some more Ultravores to make that process a little bit faster. I'm also going to max out my weapon. Let me go ahead and just max out the weapon. Our Ultravores are going to get hungry here. There we go. But we'll be able to get to 100,000 a lot faster if I just invest in a few more Ultravores here. So we're almost at 100,000 now. We're at 70,000. Make sure to feed your Ultravores. Is that an enemy approaching? No, there's Angie saving some of our Ultravores from dying. Almost at 100,000. There we go. Let's purchase our first eggshell. 2 more times we need to do that, and we will be good to go. Feed the Ultravores here. Purchase a few more Ultravores, just because I'm so on about them. We are even missing treasure chests at this point at the bottom of the tank. We're making so much money. Super awesome. At 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, and we'll be at 100,000 in no time. Purchase the next eggshell. Alright, one more time, and we will be set. There goes Amp blowing up all of our fish, clearing up our tank a little bit. What I'm really interested in is not the jewels at this point. What I'm really interested in is these treasure chests, far more valuable. And we are most of the way again to 100,000. Just collect all these, 80,000, 90,000. Maybe we get to 100,000 and complete the level. Alright, awesome. We have the Evil Alien Mastermind. Evil Alien Mastermind actually isn't very helpful unless you consider devouring your entire contents of your tank helpful. So, the Evil Alien Mastermind is the final level of Aquarium here. What we have to do in the next level is all of our pets will functionally be fish, and we will have to stave off enemies the entire level and kill the enemies and kill the final boss, and that will unlock the final pet and complete the game. So if I click tab here to continue, it's going to take me right into the level, and I'm actually going to wrap it up for this episode here, but in the next episode we'll dedicate it entirely to defeating the final boss here and completing Insane Aquarium, or Aquarium for iOS. This has been Will Middleton. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the final episode in the next video.